Okay, let's continue class from where we stop. All right. So we are here, all right, in terms of strategies. Okay, so let's check. So I'm sure you have learned these strategies before, but what do we want here for exam? Yeah, exam here is to analyze our MCQ question, yeah, for us to understand, all right? Okay. So we want to know MCQ question, how to differentiate between these three, yeah? All right. So let's see what is this class, huh? All right. Um, Corporate strategies. So what is the keyword for corporate strategies class? Competitiveness. Okay. So what's the reason you make a decision? Because you want to see how we can at least compete with others. What is the level of survival? Okay. All right. How can we make sure that we can um, identify, yeah, which uh, uh, businesses that we can acquire, example, for us to create synergy. So all these are higher level decision making, right? Corporate level strategies. Okay. So you can see established business position in the market. So what is your position? I'm a top five. So this is what we want to do. So at corporate level, this is what we think about. Yeah. All right. Or another word is strategic level. Yeah. Corporate, or sometimes they use strategic. Yeah. Okay. So basically, you are a big boss lah up there. So what is your job basically? Your job is to make sure that you can secure, okay, resources. You can secure fund for the company. All right. You can issue shares. You can do acquisition. You can merge with others. You can do strategic alliance. Okay. You can buy another company. All right. Combine with them. Yeah. Franchising. All these are something you do on top there. What's business level strategy? Business level strategy focus more on what we call as effectiveness. Effectiveness. How do we compete effectively? How do we meet customers' needs? How do we see opportunities? These are business strategies. So who are these people? Usually the managers in the company. Managers. Yeah, these are all managers. You can see here. All right. So what kind of products we must offer? What is our strategy? Okay. The strategy here is to make sure that, okay, example, offering wide range of products or limited products. So you decide, manager decide which product is more popular selling products. Okay. So manager decide which segment we must go. Okay. Which group of customers we must target. All these are something very important for you to analyze. Okay, all right. Uh, as a manager, you will do this. Yeah, these are managers, and the keyword is SBUs. What is this SBUs? The strategic business unit. Yeah, strategic business unit. So we make sure every business unit, yeah, every business unit is successful. All right. So as a manager, you need to make sure that particular business unit is profitable. All right, so that is business level strategy. Yeah. Now, what is functional level strategy? Sometimes they call it operational level. But sometimes, class, you see, if you read any books, maybe you come across they make it like strategic, business, functional, operational. They break it into two different, you know, levels. Yeah. Uh, but our syllabus they put it together, so it's okay. So let's take it as together. Yeah. Some books they split it into two. So let's assume it's a together. Functional approach or functional strategy is basically, what is the meaning of function? Function means department. To make sure all the departments must make sure support and perform in order to achieve the objective set by the managers up there. Yeah. So if you are a manager in what you call accounts department, your job is to perform so that everybody will perform accordingly to meet the company's business objective. Yeah. Right. Eventually, you will achieve your company's overall purpose or objective. Yeah. All right. So this is more on efficiency. Okay, so you have 3 points that you learn: efficiency, effectiveness, and the other one is competitiveness. Okay, so 3 different strategies that we have. Okay, you got to be careful. You got to be careful on analyzing these. Yeah, if you look at the notes here, okay, um, the notes is quite limited point given, but I highlight some points. The word synergy is important. Okay, even though they use the word effectively allocate resources, uh, what they are trying to say here in this point, effectively allocate means your job is to secure resources first, and then allocate according to the SBUs. Allocate according to, as you can put a note there. Yeah, first secure, get the resources coming in first, and then allocate according to the SBUs. These are the SBUs lah. Okay, all right. So here you are trying to beat others. This is the main point. You try to compete and try to beat others. That's the most important thing you do here. Okay. So in order to beat others, how do you package your product? How do you uh, what you call price your product? It's very important. Yeah. Down here, their job is just to make sure do all the operational work. Okay. All the departments must work together. So you can see the name of all the departments there. Okay. All right, so this is the 3 levels of strategies that we have. Yeah. Okay. So that's all this for reading lah. Yeah. Now let's look at this. Um, you must be careful during exam to analyze yourself. Which one is which? Okay. If Sunway is opening up a new branch in Penang, example, what strategy is this? What do we call this? Sunway open new branch in Penang. What do you call this? Corporate strategy. Okay. You must be very careful. Yeah, you must be very careful because you see here this word, developing a business strategy create competitive advantage. Can you see the why do you have business strategy? Because you want to be better than others. Better than others. Can you see that? Competitive advantage, better than others. That is why you do this. All right. So if you open up a new branch, okay, why do you open up a new branch? Because you want to develop your business. Okay, diversify organization, determine how the scope of business manage, coordinate, okay, to contribute to corporate performance. Contribute to corporate performance. Okay, right. Establish business position in the industry. So I want to make sure I have more customers. I become market leader. Okay, so this is called corporate level strategy. Open up a new business. It's not easy. It's not that managers can decide one. Example, these managers, head of unit, general managers can decide. It's supposed to be decided by the top management. Okay, who are the CEOs and the directors? They are supposed to decide. Okay, how can I create this? Okay, do I have resources to go in? And then when you go there, you will think about what program to sell. Are you going to sell degree or masters, or are you going to sell professional accounting programs? So that is the types of product that you want to sell. Yeah. Decision involve whether a company should segment the market into a different programs, and then you start selling to them. Are you okay? Then how are you going to run the program? This is how you run the program. I want to run only part-time classes, only full-time classes. Okay, I want to run both. This is functional side. So what program to run? Okay, what program to run? Are you okay? All right. And then opening up a new operational. Okay, what program to run? What products to offer? Who are our customers? How are we going to run it? Okay, so that is how we need to understand the 3 points lah. Yeah. All right. Okay. So must be able to understand the difference between these 3. So you find quite easy to if I ask you a question, yeah, example, I ask you a question. Your raw material, your production side got a lot of wastages, okay? And then you feel that the suppliers never do a proper job, okay? Maybe the raw material quality is not good. So you want to change the supplier. So what level of strategy are you talking about here? Yeah, this is more on the resources issue. Can you see that? So you can see the process got some problem because of resources is very bad. Resources is bad, processes is also weak. So what we do, we try to change this. Okay, so these are functional level strategies lah. Okay, good. Yeah.